Hello visitors of the internet and welcome to this kind of unexpected video on Car Mechanic Simulator 3? No, 2018, that was the term. Anyway, here you'll see we have a Ford with a surprisingly complete engine. I actually sold the Defender. I didn't fancy on working on a full V8 without half the parts there. So I went to the junkyard and I found this and a Volvo, which you'll see later. But anyway, you'll see there, the boot is all surprisingly complete. So that's why I decided it would be a good idea to try and clean it up and build it into something. There's just not a whole lot missing. What have you got missing? A steering wheel, some front seats, a door, and a rear bumper, and that's about it. Oh, and the headlights. But other than that, it's actually a fairly complete project, I think, and should be easy to work on because of that. I think we would go to car lifter B. Also, the Chevrolet Nomads. I don't know what's happened with that mod, but it's just not working anymore. And all this stutter, I can't figure why. I do apologise. I can get the engine crane move equipment to car lifter B, hopefully. We can pull the engine out, but I think we have to detach transmission first. It should tell me anyway. Yeah. We need to unmount engine head cover A. And presumably the other side as well. We've even got the coils cover on one of the heads. That is impressive. Ignition coil. Yeah, you're good condition. It said average parts condition, 16%. So, that doesn't fill me with hope. But it's looking like there's at least a few parts that can be rescued. You'll see on this cylinder bank we rescued 3 of the 4 coils, so if that's not a positive message I can take away, I don't know what is. Come on. Yeah, I wonder if the screws are in good condition. Probably not. This looks like it's been demolition derbied or something, but it still has basically all the engine here. So I think that's what we need, engine head cover. Oh, we're missing a few coils, but still a lot more complete than other engines, remember, so what we have here seems to be in at least half decent condition, and we're not missing the hugest amount of stuff off this. Come on, unscrew, unscrew, and unscrew. There we go. So that is our engine. It's probably not going to let me remove it, as I say. I think I need to remove the transmission. Unmount engine block V8 from the car. Ah, so do I need to... No, I don't know. I think I need to do the transmission, but I don't know. It is being quite confusing at the moment. Come on, click on that. And up you go. Hopefully we can get in at the transmission. Yes, we can. Oh dear. It looks pretty rusty, that transmission, which is not exactly the best way to have one. Drive shaft, you can come loose, hopefully. Doop-a-doo. Doop-a-doo. And there we go. On that side, it's loose. Time to loosen this side. Like, no! Actually focus on the screw. Yeah, I can't seem to find that screw. Why am I reaching so far away? I don't know. But apparently that's what people do these days. Not got a starter, but I might have rescued one from a junkyard. I honestly can't remember. So, I don't think I have even, but if I have, I can use that. Can we... No, probably not, actually. I'm just thinking... Because these are parts of the transmission here as it sees it. So hopefully we can unscrew all these little bits that are attached to it. I've not been looking at the condition, I probably should, to be honest. I think I did save one transmission bit from the junkyard. But all this is in fairly neat condition. I'd say I've got lucky with this car, honestly. If only I didn't have to essentially disassemble the whole thing before I take it out. Come on. Now. That's what we want. I don't know. It looks like we are restricted to using it inside the car or disassembling it inside the car, because I just can't seem to get around that. I would like to, but I can't seem to do so. I think now we can have a quick intermission though and repair some other bits. Oh, that hurt. Thankfully we have one in the car, hopefully I can repair. Oh, this stuff is hurting. A few of those parts were from the car, and they broke. Disappointing, very disappointing. Still, you know, we actually have engine heads, which can be quite hard, complicated bits to find if we were to go looking in the junkyard. Ooh, and one of the spark plugs is gone. Thankfully these are cheap, so worst comes to worst. You know, we have to buy a few spark plugs or coils. They are not hugely expensive components, so as long as we're saving things like the engine head and I guess the block and whatever else, things will go well. Unscrew this, come on. Locate the screws. It's the trickiest game of get the analog stick in the correct position. Oh dear. Will anything come off now? Or is this, oh yeah, this belt is in front actually. I was thinking it the other way round. Oh dear. Anyway, now we can get hopefully these cogs off. The belts will need replacing as well. They are kind of disposable components, for lack of a better term. So they will need redoing. But those cogs, whatever you call them, I forget the name, should be good and repairable. Just pull these camshafts out, like so. And there we go. A few bolts holding these in place. I wonder if it'll let me remove the engine block now. I probably shouldn't try it. It'll just lead into more complications down the line. And is this what I think I see? All the pistons on that bank. And that was the more vacant of the two engine banks. So for that to be the case, this side can only be positive, I guess. Come on, please, please. Yes, it's got all the pistons. Good, good. I'll save that and they'll all be rusted up or something. Right, now, brake servo. Let's hope we can repair that. It seems good enough condition, so please. Yes, we managed to repair it. That's all the better. Oh, dear. I'm breaking everything today. No. Everything is breaking. The point was to have a more complete vehicle, and every part of this engine seems to be breaking, sadly. We have an oil filter, or air filter as it is, that is completely kaput and will not be, well, not completely kaput, but it's not good condition at all. I feel like this still has some better parts than customers' cars, I will admit. We can remove the front bumper, and I don't know. Is there anything else we can remove? Not in this mode. Okay. Where's the cooling? There is cooling hiding somewhere there. Engine. Right, so we've got a few bits here. That can be removed. Best to do it while I'm on top of a car and not like go under and then find out I have to go over the car to actually do anything with it. And I think we need to just go and get the camshaft now. It should be quite easy. These are very cheap wheels as well. I've just realised I've used the really basic ones. So, yeah, I mean, if I sell this, I don't know. Maybe I will just put some really cheapo wheels on it or something. Engine bay. We've not got a bottom end as such, but we've got more bottom end than other cars, which I can call a victory, I think. And unscrew all the pistons. Come on. Rod cap, that was good condition, yes, very neat. And I say this, so I won't be able to repair them likely because of how this stuff is being, but I am finding a lot of good condition parts here. I don't understand how this averages out to 16% unless I'm reading it wrong. Come on, unscrew. Oh, that was 5%. Maybe that's how it averages out. How does a 5% rod cap even stay on the car though and not just rust off completely? It does make you wonder, doesn't it? Come on, these look like cast iron piston rod caps and pistons to me, which is interesting somewhat. And then we can bring it down, hopefully, and dig into the engine a little more. Just see what we can find. Do. Come on, into the block and pull these out. The piston wings were horrible on that, but to be honest, I don't think you can repair piston wings anyway, so... Oh, I've had great condition piston wings. Yeah, as I was saying, I don't think you can repair piston wings, so those being bad isn't a problem as such. But in many cases, the piston wings are good condition, and that is a problem. I say good, not great condition. Maybe I'll be able to use them on a customer car or something, where they never deserve the best in my shop. And raise this up. So, where am I? Crankshaft that can come out, and then I think we need to lower it once again to remove a block. And that should be more or less the engine block done. There we go. There's our tree. We should have taken it down by now. Oh, we destroyed the block. We have an engine block V8 here. Honestly, they'll repair to a point. It just won't get to 100%. I don't know why. And do I have an engine block that can go in here? Probably not, to be entirely honest. Oh, I do actually. I did save one of them, contrary to my belief. So I think that must include the junkyard ones, but one of them has been saved. And all the more positive for it, because it means I don't have to buy an engine block. And that battery looks fresh. I have to see this. Yeah, 34%. It's a lot better than some other ones. And why does that spring look so compressed? Very strange. I think though, while we've put the engine block in, yes, we can work underneath the engine block. Sure, why not? Seems like a logical way of going about things. And assemble mode, maybe. Have we got a camshaft? Yes, we have indeed. So even if these aren't original parts, they are some high-ticket parts that we could have messed up quite badly. Actually, speaking of which, I think there's a performance shop now. So if I go to a tablet, I should be able to see if there's any performance parts for the V8. Oh, had a bit of a crash there for a moment, but it's fine. Community Cars Body Shop. I think this is like a body shop for cars you've got modded into the game, but I don't know. And that isn't giving me much information in the way of parts I'm looking for. So I need to, I think, get the model. None of this is particularly useful. I've got that they're V8 parts, but I don't know that they are for a certain type of V8 or what have you. Maybe it is just the V8. Maybe that is what it is. I'll have to just look for V8 parts and until I have really more information on what it is. So, type V8 in, like so. And, yep, I think we need one of those, unless there's a performance coils cover. We have various V8 crankshafts, but there's only one that I think I can get for mine. I think I just have V8, honestly. And Doesn't appear to be performance parts, unless I am missing something, which I really could be doing. I don't see any V8 bits. Community cards, body shop again. Is this all just body panels? Yep. There's some Volvo stuff. That's the Volvo we bought, an 850R. Forward. Yes, I can type R now without stopping recording. That's a good thing. Ah, I've got a Transit apparently. I would have liked to have one of those, but, you know, I didn't have a good Transit coming up. So, Crown. Victoria. Ooh. We can have different mirrors on this. Interesting. I think I'll go for a kind of pure stock vehicle. So if we can find the right headlight, front bumper, just trying to keep it as stock as possible. I bought the front end anyway. I'm not sure I really need that. But anyway, we can try now putting some of our new parts on. I think I'll actually use a welder as well. See, hopefully making it look slightly neater overall. And then the suspension and stuff I can probably do off record, because I don't see much point in doing that on record. You've seen enough suspension. I guess you've seen enough of the engine work, but nonetheless this needed the engine rebuilding, and I've started recording it now, so I'm not going to stop, that's for sure. The phone is going off. It does look neater, but we do need the welder in order to hopefully get it looking even neater still. The odd thing about this game though is that I'll notice is it does actually seem to lag less as I play it. Like when I first started it up it was really bad, but now not so much. I've lost a bit of money on that, but look at how browny red it is now. Is that maroon, would you call it? Yeah, you can see the colour difference quite clearly. What else do we have to it? Not much. Look at that chrome as well. Not chrome, silver. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. So, the engine, yes, indeed. We do have to build the engine. Can't forget about that part. These might have been the parts I were messing up, and indeed, we've got no repaired pistons. I'll go to the workbench again, just see if it'll let me repair anything, but no pistons. So we're going to need 8 pistons and 8 rocker arms. Now, there may actually be performance pistons. That may be the part that there is performance bits for. Pistons, there we go. No. That works. I don't know. I can't see performance parts. I'll have to stop recording now and have a look at how to get them. Okay, so here we have the parts, as you'll see, for the V8. And we have ignition wires, looks like we could perhaps use, and this. And power steering pump. I'm not sure of these components, but it seems like bits that we may be able to actually put on the car. If we can't, I'll have to come back, but I have had a brief look by just typing V8 in there. And then we can find the piston. Indeed, this just uses standard pistons, I believe. 6, 7, 8, because we've got a V8. And we can have WAD. No. We can have a... No WAD caps here, okay. See if there's any piston wings. No piston wings, okay. And we can go to the moon shop for them then. Wings. We want the standard ones, I think. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, well, I did it wrong, but who cares? We can go with WAD cap. And we can have, I don't know how many of those we need, so I'll just buy 8 of them. And that should hopefully give it a performance boost. I don't believe there's anything that's already in there that can be upgraded, but you actually have to download this as DLC, even though it is free and everything, so, you know, what can I say? It's a strange way of doing things. Piston with conrod. Yes, 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 I say yes. I'll be lucky if I get about 15% power increase out of this, I think, because it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're talking an engine that isn't that powerful, any power benefit is surely going to help. I believe this is about 200 from standard for a Crown Victoria, but I'm not sure of that. If this is a different variant or something, and if I was reading some information that wasn't quite correct as well. But I do believe it is 200 from a standard average Crown Victoria. Piston with conrods. And there we go. So that'll give us a bit of a performance increase. So I hope. I think we should go under the engine just to be sure. And let's see what there is to do. We have the wad caps, that's a start. Wad cap. Shame it wasn't a performance wad cap. Interesting, I've just realised, I think it's because of the age and everything, but these look like they are aluminium and not, what's it, cast iron like the others appeared to be. So, bearing caps. We actually have a lot of these. Considering I don't think I bought any, we have a lot of bearing caps. And wad caps, you can come as well. I just like how shiny it looks. It looks so much nicer than it did. That's for sure. Before it was all a bit dirty and oily and battered. And now it's all clean and tidy and beautiful. I think 8 wad caps was right on the money because it seems to be 1 for each piston. So, as it would be, that makes 8. Come on, screw into place. They're called screws. And we can go with, come on, shuffle. Crankshaft bearing caps again. There we go. And one last one here. Why won't it go under one I want it to? Right, this is close enough. We'll have to do the other one next. And there we go. Wad cap. Wad cap. And do we have an oil pan? No, we don't. We need a V8 oil pan. Okay. So, oil pan. I'll have a look in the performance shop, but I'm doubtful there is any kind of improvement at all. So, you know, I don't know. Oil pan V8, I think that's the one. Have a look. Oh dear. Wrong menu. I can sort these menus out. These are the 2 new shops we've got here as well. Power Boost shop is where we want to be right now. Oil pan. No, try just searching oil. We have ignition coil for an inline 4. These are the ones I think we want on the V8. So we'll buy a few of those. And what were the other parts? No, it wasn't injectors. Spark. There we go. We can get some performance spark plugs. Like so. Plus 0.13% power. But considering we're timesing that by 8, it might be plus 1% power. Which, you know, by these standards is not a terrible, terrible thing. And into the engine we dive. we have all the power brake stuff. I don't think we'll be able to get performance ABS, but I could be wrong. There's no items to work with, so it says. Engine head V8. No, wait. I don't want you. I think as performance variants, we have 3 standard ones, but when we can get plus 10 horsepower, why bother? This looks like a 4-valve per cylinder engine, actually. Interesting. For some reason, I would have expected it to be pushrod and very primitive, but it's not. You know, just the way things work out sometimes. And engine head V8. No, imagine, I wonder if you could get it working though with 1 performance head and 1 standard head. That would be quite amusing. It would probably slowly blow the lower half to pieces in a real engine, but in this game, I don't think it has that applied to it. So, you know, it would be an interesting engine, that's for sure. And what have we got in the middle? Intake manifold. Now, we do have a repaired intake manifold, but again, I feel I have to search in here. And indeed, there's intake manifold 2 card, but not the one we're looking for. So, unfortunately, we'll just have to go with an intake manifold. As it is. It didn't come with direct injection fuel rails, though. So, we may be able to get some of those. Fuel rail, direct injection, we can get performance parts for. I wonder how much power they add. I didn't see it then. Plus 4%, so that's a good 8% power increase, I would say, over the standard engine with these added on to it. You know, I didn't imagine building this as a performance car of any kind, but seeing all the parts coming together, I think that it may be able to work nicely. So we need a camshaft. No V8 ones, is there? Ooh, there is. I must have missed that before, but there is definitely V8 camshafts for the performance upgrade. Again, that will collectively give us 12% increase in power, which is pretty good. Just amazing guy, didn't notice it. So all the joys of coming back and seeing this stuff here waiting for me. Yeah, I'm just thinking it shows a turbo. If only you could turbo this engine. I had a turbo Crown Victoria on Forza 7. It's pretty good, actually. And what else do we have? I don't know why it puts the performance spark plugs so far away. It's as if it doesn't want me to get to them and throw crazy amounts of power at the back of a Crown Victoria. So far, though, so good. I mean, the vehicle is getting built, and what was already a reasonably solid vehicle should become even more solid. Maybe it'll even become a bit of a muscle car at the end of it, with all these extra power bits thrown at it. Although I think because this is a standard automation engine, not automation engine, car mechanic simulator engine, it won't have been particularly dreadful for power from standard. I don't believe this is a custom added engine to make a custom horsepower output or something, so if that's the case, yeah, we could see wild power. We've got various cam gears, but they are not suitable. I could find them though, potentially. No, it doesn't come with any cam gear on here, so that's quite unfortunate, I must say. Cam. It's a shame because that's a part that would have actually been pretty ideal to put on the engine. And we could have had it slightly red, or even fully red even, just to show how intimidating it is. And these can plop right on here. Oh dear. I kind of jumped to this engine part, and what's that down there? Catalytic converter. I think that's part of the exhaust, so not a worry right now. I could just see it from all the way up here. And we have power steering pump. And I think there's some belts. Timing belt, yes. timing belt. Will you be in the performance shop? Probably not, but anyway. No, no timing belts. ABS? No. No power. Ooh, no, there is a power steering pump. There's an inline 4 one, which actually looks standard, but isn't. And there's a V8 one. We'll be wanting that then. See, just all these little things you can check. Why do I have 2 of them? I only remember buying 1. Maybe I did. I think I must have just selected 2 on the menu. And we do need to go with a timing belt though. So back to the other shop. Thankfully this isn't like Forza 7's loading system. You have to wait a short while for it to load up. That'd be pretty annoying. Mind, I have got the PC hardware on this. My other PC I use Forza on is Windows 10. The dreaded Windows 10, and thus that has only a hard drive, not an SSD of any kind. It also has to run it on lowest settings because I put up with that. I put up with that so I don't have to pay for Xbox Live. Screw all these into place. Wait, is there a head cover in the performance shop? I didn't think to check. So, tuning shop. Head. There's a head, no head cover. And ignition coils, yeah. We have performance ones of these that are all red and showy. Ooh, fancy. I've been spoiled with all the redness of this car. It should really be blue, then it would be a proper Core 2 Duo car. So I've got one of those, yes indeed, 100%. Excellent. See how tidy this is though? A lot of these bits were saved from either this car or elsewhere. So if that hadn't been the case... Ah, there's a screw there. I thought I was missing something. But a lot of these parts have been saved from either this car or somewhere else. If that wasn't the case, it would have been a lot harder to finish this. There's also the performance shop, which has provided a lot of parts for the ones that have broken anyway. We do need a coils cover though. Coils... No coils cover. Okay. And I've gone off the tablets. Oh, these funny tablets. I can't understand them. Main shop. Coils cover. There we go. I only had to buy 1 of these. Probably the most amazing thing of all. And we have all these timing bits, which was still missing. So we need idler roller A and B. We need a lot of idler roller Bs. They can be bought in the standard shop, but maybe on the off chance we can buy them here. No, that is not the case. I like how interchangeable they are though. I think we need 1 of these and about 4 of these, but I'll buy 6 anyway, because it's more convenient for me to just hit numbers and hope I get enough than, you know, trying to get it precisely right. I think we need only 1 of those, so that should be okay. No radiator. A lot of the front end is missing on this. I didn't analyse it very closely. Still a lot more complete though than other cars that have passed through here. That much must be said. Crankshaft. No, I don't want you, crankshaft pulley. I have a crankshaft pulley, but it is not in the best of conditions. No, and I don't know. The problem is just finding the correct store to buy things from as well. Pull. That doesn't bring anything up, so pulley? No. You don't want to sell me crankshaft pulleys because they're too fancy. Right. No, it thinks I'm looking for the radiator. I'm not. I want to get this thing down here. There we go. So much neater than the rusty one we had lying round. Idler. There might actually be more of these to do than I thought. You know, all the better I bought extra, isn't it now? Alternator. I would say there's not going to be a performance alternator, but you never know. Remember, you never know with these things. So we need water pump, an alternator. Pump. Oh. Yeah, power steering pump and alt. Oh, yes, we do have an alternator, see? We do have obscure bits. Like, doesn't the alternator just start the car or something? No, that's a starter. But you see my point. I don't think it plays that integral a role, but there's a performance part for it. So, we need a water pump. And presumably a water pump pulley. Into that. Yeah, I'm seeing that. That looks odd. I don't think I've seen this one before. ABS pump. I'm going to look on the performance shop, but just in case that doesn't bring anything up. Water pump. Where are you? Where are you, relevant water pump? Well, I don't know. I've lost it. V8, there it is. It just looks a little strange to my eyes. Okay, I'm buying you as well because you showed up. You showed up just in time. Fuel pump. We'll probably need one of those. I was looking for something. Ah, ABS pump. That's the only part we can buy though while pump is typed in. So I'll leave it at convenience and call that the day. And indeed, water pump pulley. That can just bolt into here like so. Serpentine belt. Nope. So we need a performance. No. It's just a belt. I don't see how it can enhance performance, to be entirely honest. V8 overhead valve. No, it'll just be serpentine belt, V8. Overhead valve. No, overhead valve. Is it B? No, maybe there's a serpentine belt A then and no one's telling me about this stuff. I miss it. Serpentine belt A. No, I think I got that one. Oh dear. I'm back. Anyway, serpentine belt B is what we're looking for the V8. That's a very complicated one. Serpentine belt B, V8. There we go. My grammar will someday be correct. Ah, no, jumping around just a little. Assembly mode. There we go. Serpentine belt A, is that what I think it is? Oh, it's idler roller A. Okay. There we go. By you. Idler roller A can just plop right in there. I might have actually saved that. Is that a belt tensioner? Nope. I have not saved a belt tensioner. But I somehow feel there is a performance one, so I'll have a look. Belt tensioner and... No. No belts under that category. But I did buy one here. So, there is our lovely shiny performance engine. And we don't want to put the battery in yet. Okay. The engine is possibly built. We need a V8 exhaust manifold. Or I think a pair of them, but I'm not certain because it's being a bit funny with the angle. Manifold V8. There we go. There is a performance exhaust manifold. There's more performance exhaust manifold. No exhaust. No more performance bits for this engine than I initially thought, which is a positive, I guess. It is a V8, so it's not like I'm trying to work on something puny and weak. And 1.65 each, that's not too bad for just a piece of metal. Let's be honest here. And on this side as well, we need the same one, which somehow curves the other way. Does it? I think it does. And ooh, we have the V8 throttle. I'm pretty sure there will be a better throttle, so there we go. Throttle V8. I'd love to dyno. I'd love to dyno this if I can actually get the chance to do such, because I think it's up to it. I think it's up to the challenge. Just all the red on it, though, that you wouldn't normally see. It's actually hidden inside for the most part, but that part, that's where you can really see the red. Shame it's hidden at the back of the engine. I mean, this thing is kind of a sleeper of an engine in many ways. The only thing that really gives it away is the fuel rail direct injection, I guess. Brake servo, we have 2 of these. I don't suppose there would be a performance brake servo. I think I looked and I didn't find anything. So, remove the ABS module. Like so. I have an ABS pump, but that can go for the time being. That is trashed up anyway. Have we got one? Yes, we've got an ABS module. So we've got 100% bits there. I might have saved the ABS module, or I might have just got lucky, you know, in having one lying around that I was using for another job ages ago. Not played this game in a while. But anyway, I think that is more or less our engine done. So we have front exhaust pipe V8. I think the thing we can finish off by doing is perhaps the interior, the body panels, and the exhaust. We won't be doing the under tray or any of that yet, but so we shouldn't need to. No, I've leapt right back here. So we have 2 exhaust pipes. Exhaust. Just called an exhaust pipe. 0.9% again, it's just a piece of metal though, but having the extra power is always a benefit. And what else have we got? I don't know. I'll have to keep investigating the underside of a Ford Crown Victoria. Rear muffler V8, I've got one of them. Was that the performance one? I don't know. It's definitely got the same coloration to it. Rear muffler V8. Yes, it is. And they had like 3.5% power each from the standard, which is pretty good. At the time, I wasn't sure if the car could even take them though, so hence why I only bought one of them. Also, I didn't somehow realise it had 2 exhaust pipe bits. Front exhaust pipe V8 is what we need, so can enter pit in there. Front exhaust pipe V8. Oh, I made a mistake. I didn't buy 2 of them. Probably not the biggest mistake ever made, but you know, it's a mistake. Oh, we've got the oil pan V8 as well. I'll have a look in the performance shop, although I am doubtful that that will have anything of the kind. Ah, no. For now I'm working on the exhaust, remember, so that's why I can't do everything. We need a pair of catalytic converters and middle mufflers, I think. Oh, it says leaf springs. I would never have guessed. I'm not sure how accurate that is. Catalytic converters? No. Have we got middle muffler? Yes, we have. So we've not got catalytic converters, but we've got middle mufflers. And these can hopefully attach right here, like so. Have we got a catalytic converter? No. I'll have a look at repairing them though. I'm not sure if I've pulled them both off this car, but they look repairable condition. No. The only thing I could repair was that ABS bit, sadly. So, what was I looking for? Oil pan? No. Filter. Fuel filter. That's maybe what I need. I'm not sure if it'll fit because naturally I'm not sure it's the right part even. Oil filter even. Well, I gave it a try. Where is the fuel filter in this? I must have already done it or something. I've already done the fuel filter or it's in some really obscure location. I've bought the performance one anyway. Oil filter is nowhere to be seen. So we just need an oil filter. Where are you? We presumably want oil filter V8. And we want the oil pan for a V8. Because I don't think there is another one of these in the game at all. Just the oil pan V8. And I already had one. Oh dear. I've thrown a little money away. It's not the end of the world. It just would have... It was an amazing... an amazing convenience that was the case. And I kind of threw away the amazing convenience. Middle muffler. Have I got that? No, I don't think it's middle muffler. Is it? I don't know. I'm lost now. Oop. Assemble. Convert. Catalytic converter. Catalytic converter. There we go. We need 2 of these. They're probably going to be in a different colour to the rest of the exhaust system. But, you know, what I do for money. It's a performance car now because these parts say so. Probably bottlenecking the entire rest of the exhaust from that far back. And we have done the chassis welding, so that's something. As I said, we do need to now lower it down and do the interior and the exterior, I guess, is probably the best way to describe it. There is the back. Now, what is that? It just looks like a bit of metal. Is that really what's behind the back seat in one of these cars? Just like exposed metal? Because normally everything is fabric and all. Right, so if we go with Crown Victoria, hopefully back here, yes, fresh import goods. Crown, oh, I can't spell crown apparently. Oh dear, as I said, I was going to try and keep as original as possible. So, I don't think we need the front end actually. But now I've found it, you know. Maybe I should see if there's any other bits that can be removed. Because this could have, it could have serious problems hiding. I don't know. I don't see front end hiding anywhere. Front window, there it is. And rear window. There we go. Left tail light and right tail light. It's a shame to throw all this stuff away, but it's not good enough condition for me. Yeah, looks like that's it. That's everything I could need, really. Unless it's missing front end. But it doesn't appear to be missing front end. Because I have got a piece that calls itself a Crown Victoria front end. And It just seems to be a structural bit, but there's nothing there. There's no license plate. I'll have to add one later. Nothing illegal about that at all, obviously. My garage is not suspicious at all. And we are not at all responsible for the latest crime wave. Wait, is this... This is maybe where the front end goes? I don't know. No, because the other bits kind of cover it. So, Crown, Triumph, Victoria 1. Which should allow me to... No. I was thinking it would allow me to get the only the one components, but no, it sadly doesn't. Front left door. And front right door. Front right door window. Front left door window. Front right fender. Maybe they're add-on parts. Maybe that's what I'm missing. Front window. Hood. We can add, hopefully, left side mirror. Is there a right side mirror anywhere? There we go, right side mirror. And left tail light. Right tail light. Rear window. Rear left door window. Rear left door. Rear right door window. Rear bumper. Have a tail light is actually quite interesting, I will admit. And we can have trunk, which should be all we need to hopefully rebuild this vehicle into something vaguely resembling its former glory. And that would not be a bad thing, would it? Now. Yay. Why you would scrap a car so young, though? I mean, this is probably only a 2011, let's be honest. Left trunk tail light. So we need to buy the trunk tail lights, I think. I initially missed that. Really? I don't have a rear right door? So I need a rear right door and a rear trunk tail light on both sides. So there we go. Hopefully this should be everything I need to add. And we have a window, indeed, we do. There we go. So that is the exterior done and dusted. Then we can hopefully move car to a garage entrance. Oh. No. Move car to garage entrance A. There we go, right at the top. And we should have something that we need. There's battery charger, we don't want that right now. Where's the interior detailing kit gone? Stop hiding from me. I know you love me, really. Is this it? No, it's toolbox. Oil drain, toolbox. It's all hiding. There we go. Move equipment. Shop entrance A. We will detail this interior. Only $100 to detail the interior. Bargain. And interior disassemble. No. Ah, so the back seats don't exist. Well, that's why I got a free back seat. You really have to set your expectations low when going to a junkyard, that's for sure. And can we try again? If I go in assemble mode, what is going on? I can't seem to assemble it from this side. Wait, what? Okay. Mirrors. Well, if you say so, mirrors do attach like that, I guess. Not quite what I was intending when I thought to add the mirrors, but somehow mirrors float in the sky that far ahead of your car. Sure, who am I to complain? So I need to add some really cheap, nasty seats by the looks of things. Interior shop, interior slop. 250 are the cheapest rear seats, but we don't need to worry about that. At least so it looks that way. I'm probably just gonna sell this car, so put a horrible steering wheel on it and some really, really cheap seats. I won't be spending $500 on them, that's for sure. 400, 250. There's some 250 ones, but I feel I'm sure I can get some cheaper than that. Seat shopping is what we like to do. No, I don't know. I can't see any properly cheap ones. I've probably just missed them, but you know, I don't have time for this. Let's just buy a pair of these and stick them in and hope they look okay. Okay, I don't know. Ah, I mean, no, wait. I found it. I'm just being stupid, it's okay. So, there we go. That is what there is of our Crown Victoria. Now all that's left is to paint it. And those seats actually go quite well, I will admit. They don't look half as bad as I would have expected them to. And do we need to move the car? Move car to paint shop. There we go. My mind got there eventually. So into the paint shop we go. Oh, I just opened a door in my face. Oh dear. Paint shop, paint car. I feel we want something slightly more interesting. I mean, what possesses you to buy a car in this colour? I don't know. Still better than silver. Hue. Yes, let's have a Poo-mobile. A poo-coloured car. Ugh. Okay. Apparently it costs nothing. Apparently painting this costs nothing. So, back to garage. Yeah, it's kind of gold, it's kind of poo coloured, I'm not sure. Either way, that's what's happened to our car now. Okay, so, having done all that we've done, I'm going to leave it here for today, and I'll say goodbye until another day.